Where to begin with Payday 3? There's a fun game to be had, with massive caveats. If you can ever get one going. Easily one of the worst launches in recent memory. The servers are down more than they are up. Like, it's not even funny anymore. Go look at their Twitter feed. It's constant server maintenance, server went down, server went down. So, oh, it's back up 5 minutes later. Oh, the server went down. Like, if you can play it, you're very lucky. Combining that with an online-only single player, and you can begin to see the depth of the problems the game is facing. There is essentially no single player. You've got public, friends only, invite only. All of these three require you to connect to a server for every game, no matter what. What this obviously means is that the Steam listing straight up lies to you. There ain't no single player in this game. When the servers go down and you can't play alone because you're forced to connect to this abysmal server that they've got going that they can't keep up in any shape or form, I cannot give you the fact that you have a single player game. You don't. You just don't. You can play alone, but that's not a single player game. And they get away with this because in the strictest sense, it's not a lie, right? It is theoretically a single player, but the way gamers use the word single player, no. We all know that's horse beep. Being a little bitter. You get to rob, you get to loot to your heart's content as Payday 1 and 2. Do go for the vault, obviously. Be careful of the die packs. It's like the first two games. It's Heat, the movie, in video game form. If you've never watched Heat, watch Heat. It's Payday, but then the movie. It's basically, you can interchange them. While this is fun to a degree, it's the same gameplay loop as Payday 2, the same gameplay loop as Payday 1. The guns feel somehow worse. They sound worse in every single way, in my opinion. Enemies are still crazy bullet sponges. I had to shoot 5 grenades out of the overkill weapon, which is a new mechanic, to kill a bulldozer. 5 40 mics. That's an insane amount of firepower to kill one guy. I get it, it's a bulldozer, but that's a little ridiculous. There's a ton of guns that feel extremely underwhelming right at the start. If you update them, obviously they get a little bit better, but not by much. The heists are essentially the exact same beats as Payday 2. So far I've done a bank, a jewelry store, an armored truck, a nightclub, an art gallery. All of these things were in Payday 2. Hardly a cause to applaud their originality. Where Payday 3, however, takes a giant step backwards is they did away with the cool live action cutscenes they had in favor of stills with voiceover. This feels extremely cheap, because it is extremely cheap. It looks extremely cheap. It looks lazy, which is never a good sign for a game. For your third game, how can you take a giant step backwards in just the cutscenes alone? The gameplay loop is still extremely fun, especially if you have a bunch of friends. Just 4 guys running around a bank, having some fun. It is really good fun. But it's nothing new. Payday 2 gives you the same fun. Hell, Payday 1 gives you the same fun. The reason that it feels to me like they made this game once more is because so they can sell you 80 DLCs again. Because Payday 2 has 80 paid DLCs. Very little new innovations in the game, if any at all, really. Like I said, the graphics look a little bit better. The guns sound worse, the guns feel worse, so that's a step back. You've got this new mechanic where if someone sees you in an area you're not supposed to be in, and you're not loud yet, like you don't have your gun out, they'll just escort you outside. You can do this with every single guard once. If you double up on a guard, then they'll arrest you. While interesting and new, not exactly groundbreaking, nothing that's in this game couldn't have been an add-on to Payday 2. The reason Payday 3 was made really feels like they just want to sell you it all over again. Because it's the same damn thing. Not even talking about the fact that you can't play the game that you paid for over half of the time. The fact that it's just the same old beats, the same old thing, it feels and looks like a blatant cash grab, and it's disgusting beyond belief. I would very much put this on par with an NFL, an NBA, or a FIFA game. Another year, another game, nothing has changed. They just sell it to you all over again. I think it's best to get this one on a massive discount, because it's definitely not worth the asking price. Alright, that's it. It's a really short one, I know. There's not much to be said about this game. It's absolutely not worth its money. It's the same game as the previous ones. Clear cash grab. Don't buy it. Get it on a massive sale. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Like, subscribe. You know how it goes. Let me whore myself out. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace!